Hello everyone and good morning, BigLT here. Welcome back to another food review. Yes, this soon? Well, I was out of cereal. It's breakfast time. We're doing caramel corn Chex. Now, I've had caramel corn before. Not a fan of it. So you're gonna do something you're not a fan of in cereal form? Yes, because I am that interested, I guess is how you would put it. Plus it's Chex. I love Chex. Okay, so it smells like caramel. No, it does. Okay, I will say it doesn't. Oh, okay, maybe a little bit, but if you could see it, you might be able to see a little bit of the caramel inside the Chex, like a little caramel kind of looking thing. So I'm gonna do two things here. I'm gonna have it dry, and then I'm gonna cut for a second to get a bowl of it with milk and try it that way too. So first off, grab a small handful. Here we go. It's okay. Kind of what you expect. So, if I remember right, caramel corn is like a hard shell around popcorn. This is just corn Chex, but with caramel. I don't know what kind of caramel. I was gonna say just straight up caramel, but like caramel syrup or something. There's something there. I don't know. It's probably like a caramel sugar coating of some sort, similar to the way caramel corn is made, but it doesn't have that shell kind of thing to it. I guess I don't know. It's just you just taste it. It's almost like it was flavored that way. But anyway, I'll be right back with a bowl of the stuff, and I will see you in a quick minute. Hello. I'm in a different spot now. Yeah, I'm sitting at my table. So I got a bowl. And I got milk. Best milk. Seriously. I don't care. You can live in California and say the milk, there's a tastier milk. It's also more expensive. Alright. Try this out. A little bitter, actually. Almost like waffle crisp, but minus the maple syrup flavor. It's more like caramel syrup. I brought that up before, but I'm just saying. Okay, what we're trying to say is let's read the ingredients, shall we? But as soon as I finished up chewing and swallowing the food. Whole grain corn cornmeal, sugar, cornstarch, honey. That might be the caramel, actually, is the honey. Which makes sense because honey is basically a sugar in its own. It's a natural sugar made by bees. I can't stand bees. Salt, canola and or sunflower oil. Natural flavor, baking soda, vitamin E, which has something in it to add preserved freshness. Vitamins and minerals, we got calcium carbonate, vitamin C, iron and zinc, AB vitamin, just A space B space vitamin, I don't know. Vitamin B6, vitamin B1, vitamin A, vitamin B2, AB vitamin, folic acid, whatever the heck that is. Vitamin B12 and vitamin D3. Just so everybody's aware, it doesn't say anything about there being less than 2% of anything. So I don't know what there's less than 2% of. Maybe the vitamins and minerals? It's possible. So, looking at the nutritional effects, out of all the vitamins and minerals, the only one I see here that doesn't have anything in it is potassium. It says 0 milligrams, 0%. But for some reason with skim milk, 3/4 a cup of skim milk gives 8% potassium. I don't know how that works. I ain't a skim milk person. That's white water. That's why I like 2%. Though my dad, I believe, likes whole milk. Pretty sure. Actually, I believe it's both my dad and my grandma that gets whole milk. I always like 2%. Because 2% is cheaper than whole milk, at least what I see. That's why it tastes better. But you guys get the kind of milk you like. I just stick to my 2%. Anyway, I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera, and then I got to get back to playing my game. What game, he says? Wuthering Waves? I'm trying to see how far I can push it before it decides to shut down the console. So far, I traveled 2,000 meters across the map. Got to some dialogue, did some battles, didn't turn off yet, thankfully. It's actually the game's turned off right now because I wanted to make sure I could eat without being interrupted. And the reason to get back into Wuthering Waves, so we can resume the series. I'm sure everybody wants to see what happens next, for those that haven't played yet. It's just that with the summer and everything, it made the console overheat a little easier. But now with the temperatures going down, I think it's safe to go back. But we'll see. Anyway, rating. That's the thing I was forgetting. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's all right. to me, a 7 out of 10 is more middle of the road for me, even though you'd think a 5 would be, but yeah, this is middle of the road for me. I think this would be a one-time thing for me, to be honest. I only got it because I felt like, even though it says limited edition, I felt like this was a seasonal thing because, you know, I thought caramel corn just made sense during, you know, fall season, especially with Halloween coming up in like 6 weeks-ish. Roughly 6, maybe 7. 6 or 7 weeks. We'll just say that. But yeah, next time I do a food review, I will have a special guest with me. And that'll be within a week. But until then, I've been BigLT, and I'll see you guys next time for another food review. You have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.